Hello, you all. This is Flutter Boy, and I'm very excited to introduce you to my first video tutorial. Today, I would like to implement a Flutter authentication app using Supabase and GoRouter. Also, a little bit of Riverpod, but you can use any state management tool you like. Alright, so many tutorials that I have seen are showing how to implement mandatory login, which forces the user to sign in before he can get access to the app. I would like today to go a little bit further and show optional login so that the user can access the app even if he's not connected. And we're going to see that a little bit later. For now, we're going to focus on chapter 1, which is a mandatory login. Okay, so this is the home screen that I have right now with a Logout button that does nothing. As you can see, it is defined here. It's very simple, and I would like to show you the GoRouter configuration. As you can see, the initial location is defined like this. This is, as it said here, if a page is invalid, GoRouter will suggest to go to /. So actually, the initial location is defined here. So this is the home screen. I will now make another screen that is login screen. So it doesn't exist yet. As you can see, I defined the paths in this class here. This is very convenient to use, as you can see. All right. So now this is going to go to the login screen. I'm going to create this login screen. Login screen. All right. So this will be my login screen for now. It's very simple. I will import it here. Good. And now when I press Logout, I want to manually go to this screen. So I will just do context. So this is just temporary. All right. So now that I have this paths class, I can use it. The name here. Very nice. So when I click on the Logout button now, this is not working. Maybe I did something bad. It's actually in the app roots. Yes, I have the name. So I have to restart the app actually. Okay, now that I restarted the app, it's working. So my login screen is not very pretty right now. I forgot to put a center. Okay, this is good. So I will initialize Supabase later. And this is good. UI login screen, this is what we're going to do right now. Just after that we will initialize Supabase. So let's focus on this login screen UI. So it has to look like that. So instead of developing all those little widgets, we're going to use a library that is called Supabase Auth UI that handles all the UI for you. So I'm going to add this in my project right now. And here we go. Now it's working. I should be able to use this. And we're going to initialize Supabase, of course, right after that. So first of all, I want to see, instead of this text here, I'm going to pass this. So there is a problem because it's const. All right. Okay, so it should be working now. Yeah, we built the whole UI, so it's working. This is good. Instead, I'm going to use this this code right here. It's from the official repository. So I'm going to use this. Yeah, Supabase email. Very nice. Good. And there will be one method here that we will call, not navigate home, but we call refresh router. And this has to be private. Okay. For now, let's just define it like this. Here, and we do nothing. Oh no. Actually, I prefer to write it this way. Good. Because this will do nothing, it has to be called like this. Okay, very important. Alright, so there is a little typo here. And now I have to import the real Supabase package, and it will be defined in the Flutter documentation and installing here. So I'll do that right now. And when it's done, I should be able to import this package here. So the URL will have to find it in my project. So I'm gonna have to create a new project now. By the way, Pixtory is one of my projects. It's a personal project if you want to check that out. It's an app to sort pictures. It's very easy to use, and if you want to try it, and you can let me know if you like it. So now I can create a new project that I will call Supabase Auth with GoRouter. I will add password, go friends, create a new project. Nice, so we copy the anon key that we found here and add multi9 maybe. Okay, nice. And the URL can be found in the project settings, data API. Here, this is the URL. Alright, so Supabase should be initialized now. And we're going to try to sign up. So we'll create an account with this email password. And if I click on sign up, it should be working, but the redirection is not working. Why? This is because we need to implement the redirection. So by the way, I do not check that the data is good here. I mean, we could try to prevent the user to put some spaces, for example, but this is not something we're going to do today because that's not the purpose of this tutorial. So after on sign up, we have to notify that we want a redirection. So we will create first a redirection logic. So this will be method here, and the logic will be here. But in order to trigger this method, we're going to add a listenable. So I'm going to create a class that is called routing notifier. So the routing notifier will look like this. This is a very simple change notifier with a simple method here. It will notify the listeners. Here, this is a singleton. I'm making it a singleton so that it can be accessed anywhere from the app. We will see that later. So when the notify listeners method is called, this, if I put it here, this will trigger the method redirect here. So here, we will check if the user is connected. And for now, we'll just do true. And later, we will implement this. So after we check if the user is connected, and if he's connected, we never want to see the login screen. So we'll check that the state path is not the login screen. Path, sorry. So you have to check full path, not path. Path will return errors. This is very important. So write full path here. All right. So in that case, we want to return home because we do not want to see the login in that case. Here, I forgot to return something in case in case we don't have to do anything, we just return state.fullPath. This will return the normal path. All right, so now I can save, and when I do a sign up, it should work. But I already signed this user, so I'm going to create another one. CCC. All right. And this is invalid for some reason. So maybe this one, and this is working. Very nice. So by the way, we can check here that we have created our users. Very nice. And if I restart this, I will go to the home path because I'm connected, which is good. But if I'm not connected, I want to see the logins page, and that's not the case yet. So here we want, if the user is not connected, we always want to see the login page. We want to force the user to go to this login page. That's it. So this is never going to happen for now, because we have to check if the user is actually logged in. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to create in this folder, we're going to create a file called Auth service, which will check if the user is connected or not. So this is working, and now we're creating the Auth service. So the Auth service will look like this. So we will not use the sign-in method because it's actually handled by this widget here. Otherwise, if you do it yourself, you're going to have to add a method sign in here. Anyway, we will just have a method isConnected and sign out. So we will actually use this sign out method in our home screen here. When we press logout, we will do what we want to do this time. So I will have to access this auth service with a provider, but you can use any state management tool you like. So to access it in the provider, I have to make this a consumer widget here and here, and then I just call ref.read because this is a single action, and provider here dot sign out. Very nice. This is an async method, but we don't need to wait for it. And okay, so now this should sign us out. If I have if I can check here that we're signed out or not, but right now we need to access the reference here. Okay, so this is interesting. I need an auth service here in my GoRouter. So instead of accessing the GoRouter with a variable, I'm going to have a method here, and the method getRouter will take an Auth service as a parameter, and this will return GoRouter. Good. Now here it's gonna have to be getRouter, and this is gonna have to be a consumer widget here. Very good. In order for this to work, now I'm just going to add provider scope here. Very well. So now here I can access my Auth service, and I can give it here. All right. And here, instead of returning true, I will access the Auth service, and I will ask if the user is connected. Alright, so now all my login logic is handled here, and that way I can still have for my initial location the home screen, and will be redirected to the login page if we're not connected. So I can try to sign in now. I restarted the app, and I can see that I'm not logged in because I can see this screen. And we tried to sign in, and we didn't confirm the email. Okay, that is another problem. Here, and I'm actually writing this here because this is very important. So the Auth service, we did it. And here we have to uncheck the box. In the Supabase settings, I would like to see the authentication and go to sign in provider and uncheck this box and save changes. So if we uncheck this box, the users will no longer confirm their email. This is something that I advise you to do. As a product manager, it's very important for the users to confirm their email before they use your product. But if you do that, you're going to have to handle this logic here with many snack bars and messages to explain the users to do that. And I'm not going to do that today. But now if I try again, it should work. It's because this user has been created like this, but if I create another user, it will work. So we'll do that right now. So when I sign up, it's working. Now I can log out, and nothing is happening. Oh, I see. Something is missing here. Can you see what it is? I have to put the routing notifier, and I have to call the refresh method here. All right. So now that I restarted the app, I am connected. I am logged out, and I'm going to try to log in again with this. Good. I'm logged in. And if I click on logout here, this refresh method will be called, and we can actually see what's happening here. So this refresh method is called, and now we should return somewhere here. Good, and the user is not connected anymore, so we return the login path. Very nice. So everything is working now. I can still see that my users are being created, and this is good for this part. So now I would like to see the name in the home screen. So we're going to sign in again. And in this screen, I would like to see the name of the user. So this could be just below the home screen here. I will just do something very simple. Let's not focus on the UI today. Here I will put the same text a little bit smaller, and say hello, and it has to be John, for example. Instead of John, I want to get the user, so I will actually do this here. So this is a consumer widget, which is good because I can access to the Auth service. Okay, good. I can actually get the user here, and I will create a method that is called getUser. And I don't know what this will return. It will be a feature, so it's async, and it's returning user with this method, getUser. Nice. This return a user response here. So this is your user response, and here to display the username, I'm going to remove this text. And we put the future builder here. And if the snapshot doesn't have data, we return nothing. Otherwise, we return this. And instead of John, this will be the snapshots. And we read the data, the user, and the metadata. Okay, so that's not here, but if I try to see, what do I have here? It's not app metadata, it's user metadata. All right. Very well, I can see the name of the user here. Create another username, and we call him Johnny. Johnny, be good. All right, this is working. I would like to move on to the chapter 2, the optional login. So here I want to have an app where the user can see some screens even if he's not connected, and that will enable him to see something the first time he launches the app instead of just saying a boring sign-in screen. And as you can see here, there is a profile button that is shown if we're connected and a sign-in button that is shown if we're not connected. So this is going to be different. There will also be a public page button that will show this screen. And this is what we're going to develop right now. Public screen. Okay, it will look like something like that. So I will add the roots now. And by the way, you can notice that The initial location will still be home path, of course, and this time we'll be able to see it straight from the beginning. So the redirect logic is going to change here. So we'll do it later. Right now we need to add path here for the public screen. All right. So we are creating the button here on home screen. Instead of being logout, I'm going to leave this one for now. And we're going to add another button. Here it will be public screen or public page. Nice. So this will go to the public page and we have to call the name. All right. So we should be able to try that, but for now I'm going to remove this redirect logic saying that we absolutely have to see a login path. All right, here we go. Here my public page is working. Actually, we do not want to go there, we want to push a page here. That way we'll be able to come back. So I have to say push name instead. Let's try again. And now we can come back. And we even have a button here to come back. All right, so everybody should be able to see this page, even users that are not connected, which is good. And here I'm going to create a profile page. So I want to move this button to the profile page, and I want another button here, profile, and we will go to the profile page, but it doesn't exist yet, so create it here, same here, and in the roots we need to add the root for the profile page. Profile page doesn't exist yet, so it will be pretty similar to the public screen, so we just copy and paste it. So with the profile screen. Very nice. So if I try that, I have the profile screen here. Don't want to see globe here. I want this VIP image. I like it. Let's not align it to the center. And I'm going to pass in the profile screen the logout button that we removed in the home screen, except this time we're not going to refresh the router here. We're going to manually go to actually push the login screen, sorry. And why? Because we removed the logic here that says that we want to force the user to go to the login screen if he's not connected. And this is actually here. Before we were forced to go to this screen if we were not connected. And here, even if we're not connected, we want to we want to manually go to the sign-in screen from here. So we're going to test that. And now we're going to the sign-in screen and the user should be logged out. Actually, there could be an app bar that shows that we can go back here. So I can just go back to the login screen, and here there will be a column. This will be the expanded, and here I want to add the app bar. And because we pushed the logout page here, we are able to come back. So this is nice. Alright guys, I changed a few things because it was not working properly. The GoRouter state was messy because we were pushing login screens from different locations. So I removed the redirect logic here, and in the login screen we are now popping back manually to the home screen. So if I try it, now this pops back to the home screen and we are logged in. Here in the app routes, you can actually remove this redirect method because we don't use it anymore, unless you want to add some logic, for example, going to an onboarding screen if the user has not seen the onboarding screen yet. As you can see, here we are now nesting the routes public, profile, and login inside the home routes, and we removed the slash in the path here. And here in the home screen, now we can just use go instead of push. And because the routes are nested, even if we use go, if we go to the login screen, it will still be the path home login like this. And the same for public and the same for profile. So that's it for the home screen. And actually I'm not using go for profile screen because here I am getting a feature, and with the go method this will turn void, and I'm using this feature to await so that when we come back here we will trigger this method GoRouter.pop, and that way we're not displaying the profile page to the user because we don't want to display it to him because he's not connected anymore. That's it. So now I'm going to test the whole flow. I'm signing in and I'm signing out, and you can see that everything is working now. Great. All right, thank you for watching, everyone. If you think that anything can be improved, please leave a comment below. And you can see in the description the GitHub link of my repository if you want to see the code. And yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.